Hello hopefuls, happy Sunday. I don't know if when I spoke to you last week I already had a bit of a cold. I think I was starting to get the cold, but I don't know if I spoke about it, but it's become a fully fledged cold. Although I've very much been able to keep it at bay. The worst thing has been I've been coughing, like through the night especially, which is very annoying. But I've not had a blocked nose, and as long as it stays that way, I can handle everything else. And my throat is already feeling a lot better than it was. So that's my personal update. Now Sam, when I saw your video, I panicked. Because I didn't know what the theme was for this month, and I was like, what has happened to you? But as soon as I read the title, and once I realised that it was a would you rather question, in my head I was like, I would definitely 100% of the time much rather lose my luggage. And I think on the whole, I still stick with that, but I'd kind of need to know the specifications of it, I think. But the thing is, usually with lost luggage, it's not your fault. Usually it's the airline's fault, and you get reimbursed and usually are able to buy more clothes, and usually eventually you do get your luggage back. And so therefore for me, I would much rather lose my luggage and just buy some extra clothes here or there than have to purchase a new flight. I think it just comes down to cost more than anything for me. Buying new clothes will almost always be cheaper than buying a new flight. And I don't tend to have anything that's really precious to me. Obviously it'd be a shame to lose my luggage, but I don't really tend to travel or even have anything that really is very sentimental to me. So that's my thought on that. But you and me are coming from very different perspectives because you have kids and it's a lot more hassle for you than it is for me. Now I've just Googled would you rather questions, so I'm going to have a look at what the first one is and we're going to answer it and ask it. Ooh, this is a really interesting one. Would you rather get $1 million right now or get $100,000 a year for 10 years? I mean, I'd be happy enough with either. I think I would rather get $1 million right now. And my logic for that, there's two parts to this. Number one is even if you just put it in a bank for 10 years, you gain a much bigger interest on it, I think. Don't listen to me for money advice. And second of all, I would love to be able to buy a house of my own. And if I got $1 million right now, I could buy a house right now. And actually a third reason why for me is because you would then be able to plan it. You know, you could say, okay, I have this money, how am I going to spend it over the next 10 years? Although I suppose you could do that if you had 100,000 a year as well, and you knew that you were getting that every year. But I think I'd still rather have the money now, because then you can buy a house and then you know you'll always have a house. I mean, Sam, you've got a house, so you know what that's like. But you can also like budget your holidays accordingly. But again, you could do that with 100,000 a year. So I think that's my logic on it. But as I say, I'm not really very financially, what's the word? Like, I can't think of the word now. I don't know a lot about finances. So maybe, Sam, you'll have a totally different approach. Also for you, obviously, again, you've got a family, you've got kids, you've already got the house. So maybe for you, it would actually be better to have it long term. I don't know. So there you go. That's my video for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Spilt my tea. And I'll see you all next week. Bye.